Well, Sam and Eddie, Jack's going to have his hands full this time. He's got a toughie up there in young Ron Pollard.
I don't doubt it a bit.
Jack, who came out like gangbusters with a 233 in the first one. Kick that 7. Nope.
Well, already Ron Pollard has showed the experience. He saw Jack finish on the left lane, and he decided to make him finish on the right lane, where he struggled a little bit.
Right. Was it Ron who was in the finals last year?
No, Rick.
I keep getting them mixed. There's
Last
Rick and Ron.
Last year we had Terry Ciccone, Rick Pollard, George Klein, and Steve Bonnell.
See, Ron's got a brother a couple of years older, right?
Rick.
And Daddy Bill's here somewhere today, the old left-hander.
Darling sister's here too, Gina. And his uncle Otto Pollard's here too. Whole family's here.
Ron, the top qualifier. Boy, does he let this ball go.
And all the Pollards had a ball in their hand, plus he had 2 in 2 bags.
19 years of age, is he?
Right, he was on up at the Kingpin last year when Lenny Gray threw his back out, and then a couple of weeks later he's over at Glenmore. He backed into Timmy Hale at he shot 247 and got beat.
Little snug, Eddie.
Yeah, he just got that started just a little too quick. He's a strong player, and you did mention back on Easter Sunday, and that brings up bad memories.
What's
Spring
that?
Bowl. When my back went out.
Was that Easter Sunday?
That was
too?
Easter Sunday.
I had to replace that old man that morning. You know that?
I didn't know that was Easter.
Sure it was Easter.
I brought that story up at that roast. We're going to give that question for this week in a moment to give you a chance to get those pads of paper, postcards, and pens ready. Yeah, boy, how many years ago that been, Eddie?
1967.
That long ago?
15, almost 14 years ago.
Oh, Jack's got that solved over there now.
I'm talking about them old men. They got the over the hill tournament to be on pretty soon, you know. Over at Seymour's there, Fran Regary's tournament.
What does he look at us when he's talking about over the hill?
I don't know, because when I took my back out, I was only 23.
23. I thought it was 53, but I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, it was about I can't remember the frame that Eddie bent over, and he never did get back up again.
10th frame.
He walked around like the hunchback of Notre Dame. We waltzed him up into a room and called a chiropractor and a doctor and what have you. And Sam went out to his car, got his bowling shoes and ball. Bob Lindeman, the left-hander, was your opponent.
That's right.
From up your way.
That's up my way, that's right.
Jack's going to have to slow his feet down a little bit right now. He's getting up there a little anxious.
Look at that.
No.
Cherry picking time.
That is a very unusual chop.
That is. Particularly for a right-hander. I could see a left-hander maybe bending one over that way. Well, this 19-year-old Ron Pollard now can start running away if he keeps going. There's that ringing 10 that we were talking about. Are you ready for the question? Eddie knows the answer. So does Sam, yours truly. Who is the co-sponsor of BPA King of Bowling? Who is the co-sponsor of BPA King of Bowling? Send those cards. Now look, you've been sending them to me at the station. Don't do that. Send them to Mystery Quiz, 1821 Summit Road, room 216, Cincinnati 45237. A $50 gift certificate from Carl's Bowler's Paddock. I received a dozen of those down at the station this week. If they sent to me, you don't get in the drawing. You got to send them to the address, Mystery Quiz, 1821 Summit Road. because they go in the BPA box. Right, Sam?
That's true.
Don't send them to me at the station. Wow. Lot of ball there.
What we call flower potting him. He's strong. He's just super strong, and he's so firm at the line that his hand and his feet just hit there, and he clears that ball so clean.
Oh, Jack, so if I plan to catch this boy, I better start going to work right now.
You better regroup in a hurry.
Qualifying at shots this afternoon, right, Sam?
That's true.
They qualified yesterday and again today.
Then we don't have a qualifier the following week. Then the following week, we go May the 2nd at Cross Gate for the final roll-off, 11 o'clock in the morning.
There's Eddie's favorite hit, that light hit.
That ball picked up a roll and just came thundering through there. It was. Where you got your car parked, Jack?
Right adjacent to us now, to my immediate left. Is it in danger?
If one of these boys catches one light, they'll throw it. Short 5-pin.
Mm-hmm. Ron says, what happened there? That should have been.
Jack, we have a little lady here been coaching these kids at the stumps for 23 years. Flo Beersdorfer.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Very fine job. That's that youth for you in them leagues. That's where all these good bowlers come from.
You know, if anything's going to hurt Ron, it's going to be his speed.
The speed of the ball.
Speed of the ball, right. It's not going to give the pins an opportunity to do everything that they want to do down there. And I think he's going to be taking them into the pit too quick before they have a chance to react.
Looking down here, Eddie and Sam, if Jack hammers one more, we have almost an even match.
Practically even right now.
Well, I got to say one thing for this guy here. Sam, he called this. He said, watch and see. You're going to see some 1-8-10. It's going to ring in your ears. And there it is.
The ball didn't finish. Too much speed. Got to soften it up a little bit.
I can see why they call you Mr. Bowler there. You know these shots long before they happen, Eddie.
Well, I just, speed is what we were just talking about before, and the ball just went down there and just didn't have a chance to finish. Just didn't have a chance to pick up a roll.
Well, Jack has ideal speed, but he kind of crossed over and had a little timing problem, Sam.
Yeah, a little pull to that one there.
That pitch was thrown with a whole lot of want. He wanted it so bad, he just tried to fit it right in the box, right into the pocket.
Is that the same one he picked off before? Did he pick the 6 off the 9 before?
It's true on alley 5.
I bet Jack's not going to do it for the second time.
I knew he had it when it went down.
That's the only way we do it.
You know what the question was last week, didn't you?
Who won the ABC Masters all events?
All events. Stevie Fair, and he's here. He's a proud father.
Where is he?
Back in the back here. Yeah. With his partner, Carl Compton, just shot a 300 here at Western Bowl a couple of weeks ago.
All right. But Jack up about 10 now?
About 10. 116 and 106 in the 6th.
As Eddie would say, here comes the old master coming through, huh?
This young fellow here, speaking of Masters, he's the youngest young fellow to ever qualify for the finals of the Masters, and at the ripe old age of 15. and then doing it again at 17. He's a smart player. He's been around. Of course, he's had his dad work with his game, and I'm sure of that.
His dad was, I guess he's still a fine bowler, Lefty Bill Pollard.
He was our champion down in Mill Creek Bowl about 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm. He was then in the Air Force, still a sergeant.
That's right. You ought to give Ronnie a few orders right there, I think.
What's interesting to note, the young fellow's only 19, but he throws one shot where he pronates and takes the release counterclockwise, and on the spare going into 6 or to 10, he just stays flat behind it and takes the thumb the other way. So he's killing the ball.
Mm-hmm. As we say in the trade, flattening the ball out. Mm-hmm. Here it comes. Not a ball, that ball.
Them light hits really mix them around, I'll say that.
Well, Jack looks down there and says, let's see, we need about a double.
He's got to take his time on this shot.
He wants a re-rack. He didn't like the setup he had down there.
Going to gather his thoughts on this shot. He's sitting on a strike, and he rushed the last one. He's thinking about it.
He knows this is an important pitch, and he didn't like what he had seen down there. Maybe it was a pin just a hair off the spot.
I guess he thinks they're eggs. Maybe he's trying to bunch them, I guess.
Oh, he'll do something.
What is putting the pins where you want them?
Is that what it is?
Well, you know, after you've seen that shot, it rarely happens when you respot if you ever get a strike. You know that.
Is that what you call, Sam, and that putting all your eggs in one basket?
I believe you're telling the truth.
This being Easter, I have to say Happy Easter to my lovely wife, Barb, and little Danielle, my daughter. And I see that the very kind people here, Bob Ziegler and his wife, have left me some turkey time. A Ronald Reagan special here right in front of me.
That's right.
Look at this. A bowl of jelly beans. How about that? That's Ronald Reagan special, you know. That's awfully nice of Bob and his wife. Dad's been nibbling on those, Sam. You haven't been in there. And there's one. Ron giving him 2.
Well, there's a 20-pin spread, 146 to 126. They're both on doubles, and we're going into the 10th.
Would you like to have a jelly bean?
No, thank you, Miss Sir.
Daddy, have another one?
Now we got that Andy Buffet tournament out at Seymour the next couple of weeks for the juvenile court kid funds. It's a fine, very fine tournament. They have shifts at 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock.
He knows this is important. He wants to go all the way. There's number 1.
And the last 3 have been rips.
Uh-huh. He's keeping the pressure on Haystack.
Well, this is the one he's got to get right here, Jack, if he's going to be in the contest. He can get 216 if he goes out. And Jack can get 236.
Looking at Jack sitting down there so nonchalant, just staring up at the score sheet. By the way, it's being kept here by Lou Udipole, our scoring for you viewers at home. That could have been the one that locked the bar right there.
He just missed it, and he knew it right at the foul.
Mm-hmm.
Got just ahead of the ball, and he just didn't hit it with the fingers.
204 with a fill, right?
That's right. But I don't think that's going to pick up the eggs today.
He's got to get it in there, I knew.
This is Easter, Jack. You got to get all them things in there.
It only happens once a year, doesn't it?
That's right.
204. All right, let's see. Well, Haystack has to do his mark, right?
That's what he needs.
And I know what you're going to say.
The best mark's a strike.
It happens every time he says it, Eddie. Watch it. It'll be an X. Never fails.
Looks like they figured out the trick. Play off the pocket.
Right. Your light hit did it.
Hit them thin, you win, you know. Jack's a fine competitor, Jack. I'll tell you, he's super.
And of all 4 bowlers, he looked the worst in practice, remember? He couldn't buy a strike, couldn't find the pocket.
Well, 225 won't be too bad.
I'll buy that.
You know, you were talking about Lou Hudy over keeping score. That's my golf pro.
You got a good one, too. That kid can play golf.
That's Bonnie's husband, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And their brother-in-law's here. Ray Fox is here, too, you know.
225 to 204. Winner and going into the final with Tim Sharp, Jack Calhoun. We'll be right back.